Robert Leaders was born on February 10, 1933 in Otter Tail, Minnesota. He grew up on his family farm and was quickly introduced to aviation when he took his first airplane ride in an AT-6 in 1946. After his first flight, he joined the paratroopers training in Kentucky, where he also joined the Army Flying Club. He soloed in an aircraft with only two instruments, an altimeter and an oil gauge, quite an impressive feat. He earned his license in 1954 and with assistance from the GI Bill, graduated from the Spartan School of Aeronautics in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and later earned his commercial pilot's license. After Bob left the service, he spent 2 years as an A&P mechanic for Ira Houghton. He then left that job and operated his own repair shop in Mora, Minnesota for a year. In 1962, Bob purchased Ira Houghton's inventory, equipment, and machinery, taking over the operation at the old St. Cloud Whitney Field. Bob then met Diane, his wife of 50 years, and they married in 1968. For their honeymoon, they took an aviation approach and flew in a Cessna 210 to Las Vegas, Texas, and Mexico. Even while busy with his work, they still made time to raise their children, 10 in all. A year after they got married, Bob and Diane became owners of a farm in the small community of Clear Lake, Minnesota. In 1970, St. Cloud Airport moved to its present location, and Bob decided to start an airport on the farm called Leaders Airport. In January of 1970, he moved his operation to this new location with his late friend, Jim Mon, and it has been running ever since. Bob's Airport has been a cornerstone for the community and the state for years. The airport serves as a hub for aircraft repair and restoration and a meeting ground for fellow aviation enthusiasts to chat about aircraft restoration and flying. Bob does most of the major engine overhauls himself, and he also performs the first test flight following these overhauls. Many pilots from the area believe that if Bob can't fix it or fly it, it's not worth the effort. Another sign of his aviation generosity is the fact that he allows dozens of aircraft to be tied down on his airfield for free because he feels it is a convenience he's providing to those owners. The services provided by Bob and his staff are truly one of a kind in the aviation industry, but it doesn't stop there. Bob Leaders also provided parachuting services from his airport for several years, and in 1992 he opened his doors to the EAA. His airport has been the home of EAA Chapter 551 ever since, giving them a permanent location for their meetings and gatherings. None of this could have been accomplished without a strong support system from his wife Diane, who has backed Bob and his dream ever since they met. Throughout the years, there have been countless stories of aircraft repairs and generosity from Bob Leaders and his facility at Clear Lake, Minnesota. And the aviation community here is proud to call Robert Leaders one of their own. We welcome Bob Leaders to the Minnesota Aviation Hall of Fame.